Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Kwame Chumesi. Do you want to migrate to Australia as an unskilled worker? Then watch this video to the end. I'm going to share a lot of vital information with you, and I bet you don't want to miss this. Disclaimer number one, I'm not a migration agent. I've just been living in Australia for some time now, so I've researched a lot, okay, and I kind of know one or two of the immigration laws. I'll also recommend you to also do your due diligence and do your own research to back up what I'm going to tell you. Without wasting much time, I'm going to share my screen so we get right into the tutorial. See you on the other side. Hello guys, so welcome to this part. So without wasting much time, let's get straight into it. So what are we going to cover today? So I'll take you through what the problem and benefits are. We'll look into the regional migration. We'll look into DAMA. We'll look at what unskilled occupations, jobs you can actually apply for. We'll look at the process, the requirements. We'll look at how to search and apply. We'll look at agricultural jobs. We'll look at where to apply for agricultural jobs and also the next step. So what is the problem? So due to COVID-19 pandemic, Australia is going through like a work shortage crisis, okay? There are now over 500,000 available jobs in Australia, and Australia is struggling to find both skilled and unskilled workers to fill these gaps. Most of these work shortage are also at the regional part of Australia. Hence, that's why we're going to discuss as to how to come here as an unskilled worker. And in my last video, I spoke about how you can come here on TSS visa subclass 482. So again, we're going to be basing this video as to temporary skill shortage TSS visa subclass 482. This visa allows you to work in Australia on a temporary basis from 2 to 4 years, and when you play your cards right, this can also lead to other permanent residency opportunities in Australia. That's if you play your cards right. So what are the benefits? To be able to come here as both skilled and unskilled, okay, using the visa subclass 482. As an unskilled visa applicant, no experience needed, no higher education needed, no IELTS needed. If you are lucky, your employer will support you in regards to your accommodation when you're traveling here. Your employer, if you're lucky, your employer will be able to sponsor your visa. Your employer will also help support you when you are relocating, as to paying your air fees and any other bills you may incur. No age limits, and you'll be looking around $30 per hour. Okay. Now, what is regional migration? So this is Australia. Okay, so Australia is the biggest island in the world. It's also a continent on its own, and it's also a country. Australia got 6 states and 2 territories. Okay, so we got Tasmania, Victoria, New South Wales, Queensland, South Australia, Western Australia, the Northern Territory, and also the Australian Capital Territory. Okay, all these states and territories also got their main cities. So what is classified as a regional area in Australia? So if you're not living in the 3 biggest cities in Australia, which is Sydney, Melbourne and Brisbane, any other part of Australia is classified as a regional area in Australia. So why am I talking about regional areas in Australia? Let me quickly share another website for you guys. So this is regional migration, okay, and this is on emi.homeaffairs.gov.au. On the first paragraph here, it says that the Australian government is committed to supporting regional areas during the COVID-19 pandemic. See information below regarding visa programs to attract migrants to help strengthen our economy and boost our regional areas. So basically, the government is prioritizing migrants that wants to work in in regional areas, because most regional areas are facing a lot of work shortage, and they need a lot of migrants to actually come and work in the regional areas. So if you're wanting to come to Australia as an unskilled migrant, then migrating to one of these regional areas is going to help you a lot. Now, when we come down here, it breaks things down further. Eligible regional areas. So the regional definition is comprised into the following 3 categories. Category 1, major cities of Sydney, Melbourne and Brisbane do not receive any regional incentives. So if you want to come here as an unskilled, what do you call it, worker, yeah, if you're going to target Sydney, Melbourne, and Brisbane, then your chances of actually getting any incentives is on the lower end as compared to if you are targeting regional areas. Now, we have two categories of the regional areas. So we have the category 2 and the category 3. If you apply in any of this category, the government will prioritize your application, if that makes sense. So with category 2, we have cities and major regional centers of Perth, Adelaide, Gold Coast, the Sunshine Coast, Canberra, Newcastle, Lake Macquarie, Wollongong, Illawarra, Geelong, and Hobart. All these cities and towns are classified as category regional areas category 2. We also have regional areas category 3, which is regional centers and other regional areas. Okay, so if you want to come here as an unskilled migrant, then please look at applying for jobs in regional areas in category 2 and also category 3. To read further, you can click on the link here, or when I go back here with the link here, designated regional areas. When I click on there, it still breaks things down into details. Okay, and again, we'll be looking at the visa subclass 482. So again, employer sponsored visa. Okay, so this also covers the sort of visa we are looking at. So temporary skill shortage subclass 482. Yep, so you can actually work in these regional areas on the temporary skill shortage subclass visa 482, which is more lenient as compared to the other, what do you call it, other visas available. Any questions, comment below and I'll be there to help you out. So if you want to come here as an unskilled immigrant, then please look at applying into the regional areas in Australia. Now, what is DAMA? Again, I'm going to share the exact same websites with you guys, and this time around I'll go to Designated Area Migration Agreement DAMA. So what is this basically saying is most of these regional areas have a labor agreement with the government. Yeah, so they have an agreement as to the government being lenient with them as to the sorts of occupation lists they want in their regional areas. Yeah, so most of these occupation lists, what do you call it, skills assessment is actually conducted by the actual region instead of it going through assessing bodies, if that makes sense. So if you want to come here as an unskilled, what do you call it, migrants, the sort of region you are applying your what do you call it, you're trying to get into, or you are applying the job through, can assess your skills, if that makes sense, and you don't have to go through like the proper channel as to an assessing body to assess your skills. So this what makes, what do you call it, migrating to these regional areas more easy as compared to the other path. So when I click on here, on the link here, okay, so when we go all the way down here, this will give you the 12 regional areas that are in the DAMA program. Okay, in the DAMA program. So for instance, we have the Adelaide City Technology Innovation Advancement in South Australia. So if you want to look at the sort of occupations or the sort of jobs you can apply in each regional area, just click on the link and do a deep dive. I'll quickly click on the first link here. Yeah, so this will take me to the South Australian, what do you call it, DAMA website. Again, I'm not going to read everything. I'll just click on the second link. When we come all the way here, skills assessment requirements, skills and work experience, permanent residency pathway, and age, English language. Okay, so when we click on this requirement, okay, we can go to the DAMA occupation list for South Australia, and this will basically list all the sort of occupation list in regards to the DAMA occupation list for South Australia. Okay, so when we come down here, you can search through here to make sure you have any of these skill sets, okay, before applying or going to look for a job to apply for in this region. There are a lot of jobs here, so farmers and farm managers. Okay, so you can apply to most of these occupation lists you see here. There are lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots. Okay, so just take your time and go through, and I'm sure you find something suitable for yourself. Yeah, so what you can do is just go through all the other DAMA links. So when you come here, you can go through one by one and look at each regional's occupation list, okay, and find something suitable and just apply. Look for a job and apply. So that's basically DAMA. So again, if you want to come here as an unskilled, make sure you go and check on the DAMA occupation list, and I'm pretty sure you find something, okay, suitable for you. All right, so if you want to come here as an unskilled, what do you call it, immigrant, okay, in these 4 sectors, you'll be able to find jobs that do not require you to have any skill sets or to do any skills assessments. So in terms of agriculture, construction, hospitality, and the retail industries, is much lenient as compared to other industries. All right, so if you want to come here, working in the farm is a plus, okay? You can work in a farm as an unskilled immigrant. The second on the list is fruit pickers. The government needs a lot of fruit pickers, so if you want to work in this industry, then you can come here as an unskilled immigrant. Factory workers, most region areas needs a lot of factory hand or process workers. So if you want to work in this sort of industry, then you can come here as an unskilled immigrant. The other one is a cleaner, both commercial and industrial cleaning, okay? Sorry, both domestic and industrial cleaning. So if you have no problem cleaning, you can apply for a cleaning job in one of these DAMA regional areas. Other part is warehousing jobs, okay? So you can look for a warehouse job as of maybe a forklift operator or just picking and packaging laborer. Okay, so if you are interested in these jobs, you'll be able to find jobs as an unskilled immigrant. The next is kitchen help. Okay, if you're a chef or just a kitchen helper, you'll be able to find jobs in most of these DAMA regions. Dairy farm workers. Australia needs a lot of dairy farm workers, okay, to assist in their farm. So if you have no issues working in a dairy farm, then you'll be able to apply for a job as an unskilled immigrant. Again, laborers, being in the construction industry or just a laborer as a whole. If you have no issues working as a laborer, then you'll be able to migrate to Australia as an unskilled immigrant. What is the process? So the process is basically as you applying on for a visa on the visa 482. Okay, visa 482 temporary visa, but just that most of the jobs you apply for, you don't need to go through like a skills assessment. You don't need to have a certain qualification. You don't need to have any English test score. Yeah, so it's much lenient as compared to you coming in as a skilled immigrant. So basically all you have to do is just check the DAMA's occupation list. If you can find something on there for you, look for a job, apply for it. If you meet all the requirements, your employer will select you. You apply for your visa, then you're on your way to Australia. As easy as that. What is the requirement? Again, you need a valid passport, police clearance, working permit. If you have your driver's license from your home country, it's a plus, okay, because most of these regional areas where you live plus where the farm is a bit of a distance, so you need to make sure you can commute to and fro to work. Okay, so if you have a driver's license, it's a plus for you, as your employer will select you. You need a strong resume or CV. I'm going to create another tutorial to show you the standard or how to create a suitable resume so employees can shortlist you for a vacancy. Again, you need a strong cover letter. You need to make sure you have all your health checks. You need good reference. And another plus, if you can create a LinkedIn profile and list all your all your skill sets and your experience there, is also another plus, because a lot of employers wants to go and do a little bit of a background check before they can give you a job offer. Okay, so how do you search and apply for jobs? Okay, so it's really easy. Before we get into that, so what are sort of the keywords or terms you can use to apply for unskilled jobs. So basically you can just go into any of these Australian job platforms like Seek, okay, and you can type in the occupation name plus visa sponsorship, okay, and this will bring out all what do you call it, occupations that are being sponsored, all job vacancies that the employers are ready to sponsor an applicant. You can also just go straight to the point and just type in maybe cleaners, housekeeping, gardener, factory hand or factory worker, CNC operator, warehouse assistant, fruit pickers, and dairy jobs. Most of all these jobs do not require to have any skill sets, okay, so you can come here as on unskilled, working in all these what do you call it, occupations. Again, what are the two platforms you can actually go and search for jobs? Is seek.com.au and also workforceaustralia.gov.au. These are the two biggest platforms in Australia you can actually go and search for jobs. With Workforce Australia, this portal belongs to the government, so hey, there are lots and lots of jobs on there. Let me quickly demonstrate this for you guys. So I'll share my other screen, then I'll go on workforceaustralia.gov.au again with the keywords, okay, so I can just key in farm visa sponsorship, okay, so the occupation plus visa sponsorship, then I'll go search. If you want to target like a regional area, you can straight away go here, and as you can see we have remote and also regional, okay, you can select one of these, but since I want to what do you call it, diversify my options, I just go leave this blank and I go search. So this will bring you all jobs that are being sponsored, that's got visa sponsorship. So this one for instance is added today, a day ago, okay, farmhand at Hilton NSW, permanent position. So when I click on here, it will take me to the job description. If I like it, I just go to apply, okay. Again, we can come here and we can keep looking. Okay, so dairy cattle farm manager, farm harvesting work, Tasmania. So if I like this, I'll just click on it. Yep, so it's got all the job description here and what it entails. So I'm going to get paid $26.73 plus superannuation, okay, yeah, which is really good. So again, if you like it, all you got to do is just go to apply. To apply, you need to make sure you need to create an account with MyGov, okay. MyGov is like an Australian government portal, yeah. So if you don't have an account, you just come down here and go create MyGov account, create an account and start applying for jobs. It's really easy, okay. So I'll just go back and you can keep searching. We can also remove this and just go maybe cleaner. Then go search, and again this was added 4 hours ago. This is at Wangaratta, Victoria, permanent position. So we can click on this, and again this is going to give us an information. So they need someone, a commercial cleaner, from Monday to Friday, every 2 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. okay, cleaning in healthcare. Yeah, so this looks like a really good one, but they didn't add the hourly rates. I would have loved to see that. Again, they've got another one here, Burwood, Victoria, Warangata, Victoria. Yeah, let's click on this one, cleaners, $30 per hour. So I'll click on that. Get paid $30 per hour for regular, weekly, or fortnightly cleaning services. You decide what jobs you accept. Wow, this looks like a good one, and you're happy to pay $30 an hour. Again, if you're happy with it, just apply, and if the employer is ready to sponsor you, you'll be shortlisted and they'll take you through the process. Yeah, so I hope you guys get a gist of it. Okay, so just search. You can select a regional area if you have any preference here, or just leave it blank, go search, and start applying. As easy as that. Any questions, just comment below and I'll be there to help you out. So you can also use seek.com.au. Again, in case you don't find what you want on Seek and also workforceaustralia.gov.au, I've got other, job portals here, okay? Like a Zuna, Backpacker, jobboard.com.au, Career One. You can go on all these job, portals and apply for jobs. I'm going to leave a link in the description section below, so yep, don't worry about writing them down. Now, agricultural jobs. Again, before we get into it, let me quickly share this article with you guys. So again, same website, all right, so when we come here, it says working in agriculture. Okay, so the Australian government has introduced a number of temporary visa measures to address labor shortage in the agricultural sector to assist temporary visa holders who work in agriculture and employers looking for workers. Yep, so again, the government is giving a priority to migrants that wants to work in the agricultural sector, because most regional areas are struggling, okay, to fill positions in the agricultural sector. When we click on the link here, we can read further, okay? So when we come down here, it says agriculture and harvest work opportunities are available across Australia. For more information and to find job, visit Harvest Trail. Okay, so I'm going to click on Harvest Trail. So find Harvest jobs. Yeah, so I'll just click on here to find Harvest jobs. But when we go below, 1st December 2022, 150 grain harvest workers needed as soon as possible. On the 9th of December, they also wrote 25 mango pickers needed. 2nd December, 10 chili pickers needed. So they need a lot of people. Okay, when we go find harvest jobs, again, this will take me to Workforce Australia. And when we come down here, there's a lot of harvesting jobs here. You can click on the map here to see the vacancy. They've got 37 around the Brisbane, around Brisbane. Yeah, so you can come down here and just if you find anything that matches your skills, then you apply. Harvest 22, parking beans and corn, 10 positions available, so they need 10 people. So you can come here, view detail, yep, how to apply. Okay, the pay rate is $26.73 and the location is Malgoe. Yep, ongoing. You can use this job for visa application. Voila, extra information. Okay, so you can use this job for visa application, as you see there. So that's one way to look for agricultural jobs. So if you want to come here as an unskilled migrant, then finding something in the agricultural sector will give you a higher chance of getting your an employer to sponsor you and also getting your visa approved as compared to the other occupationalists or the other sectors. So if you want to work in agriculture, then this is your time. Okay, so where do you search for agricultural jobs? Okay, so there's two big platforms that I recommend. So AgriLabor Australia, then Wiki Farms Australia. So these two portals, you'll be able to find agricultural jobs in all the states. Okay, so for example, let's quickly go on AgriLabor. Okay, yeah, so this is like a powerful website. You can actually find jobs in almost all the states. So what I normally do is so I come all the way down here. You can search by the state. Okay, so location, yeah, you can select the location here. Location, you can select the location, or industry, you can select the sort of industry you want to work in. But what I basically do is I go all the way down here on the website and I go to find a job. So click on there. Okay, then this gives me the option to also select the sort of state. I'll just go ahead and select all, then I go search. Alright, so basically they've got 47 jobs available as of now. Okay, as of now. So you can go through and see if you have anything. So machinery maintenance. They are ready to pay $30.95 per hour. They've got production worker, Latrobe, Tasmania. This is a casual position. They are ready to pay $42.60 per hour. Again, factory hand, okay, forklift operator, Don, Tasmania, $28.21 per hour plus shift loading per horticulture award. Okay, so just come here and look for something, then apply. If you don't find anything here, again, you can go on what you call a Workforce Australia and apply, or you can also go on wikifarmsaustralia.com and look for a suitable jobs. They have other jobs agencies and also other farm websites. You can actually go and apply directly to them. I've got all of them here, or most of them here. I'm going to leave a link in the description section below. Just click on them and apply to them directly, okay, without going through any job portal. So what's next? Okay, so I recommend you coming out on a skilled visa. There's a lot of competition because most people don't want to go through the stress as to going through a skills assessment. So most people like to apply for an unskilled visa. Okay, so what I recommend is make sure you have a strong resume or strong CV. Make sure you have a strong cover letter. Okay, these two are really, really important. If you can create a LinkedIn page, just create it, okay, and make sure you populate your LinkedIn page with all your skills and also your experiences. Most employers will want to go and do a background check on LinkedIn before actually going ahead to review your application. Yeah, make sure you have your passports ready, you have all your health, what do you call it, you are healthy, you have your police clearance ready, and hey, you'll be on the next plane to Australia. Okay, I want you guys to take action. It's not going to be easy though, because everyone around the world is entitled to applying for visa 482. So there's going to be a lot of competition, but if you apply this, there's always going to be two chances. It's either you get the job or you don't get a job. Okay, if you don't get it, you reapply. That's my mentality. Okay, so just go for it. If only you want to migrate to Australia to work, go look for a job and apply. Okay, it's either you get it or it's either you don't get it. Always take action, and regardless of the outcome, you keep growing, okay, and you learn from your mistake. If you find this content useful, please show some love and click on the subscribe button. Ring the notification bell so you do not miss out when I release another useful content. If you want to know how to write a great cover letter and also a resume for a working visa, then please stay tuned for my next video. Okay, I'll be releasing that really, really soon to help you guys out. Thank you so much, guys. If you want to contact me, I'm going to leave my contact in the description section below. Please feel free to email me, and when I get a chance, I'll reply. My name is Kwame Chumesi. I'll see you in my next tutorial. Bye.